Hello. Testing. My name is Kimberly. I have some jokes for you today. I'm going to get right on into it. For those of you who do not know, Helium Comedy Club. Okay, testing. Helium Comedy Club is a lottery-based ticket venue. And so it's a big deal if your name gets pulled. I did my first performance for comedy in Portland, Oregon, and it was at a Helium Comedy Club, so I was really excited. I invited all of my friends, and I was like standing outside one of my friend's car, and I was like, hey, like I actually got my name pulled, so I'm gonna like perform tonight for the first time ever, and you should come, it'll be totally fun. And she's like, oh, no. I was like, okay, you got something going on? Are you busy? Or, you know, I was like, you gotta take care of your caretaker person, because she was like a stay-at-home caretaker, so like I legitimately understood if she couldn't come because of her like profession. But then she just like totally dodged the question and then leaned out of her car and then looked even closer at me and was like, wow, Kimberly, I've never even realized how small of lips you have. Wow, you have really small lips. And I kind of like shift my weight outside the car, and I kind of like put my hand in my pocket. I'm like, so do you want to come to the show tonight, or And she's like, no. That's okay. All right, great. Well, I'm actually, would you mind? I'm actually performing in like 3 hours, but I actually kind of need a ride over there. Would you? I understand if you don't want to buy a ticket and like come, but can you just drop me across the river? And she goes, you know, I really never realized how small of lips you have. I mean, like with that lipstick and everything tonight, your lips are so small. And I said, okay, yeah, and okay, and that was the beginning of my comedy career. It was filled with a lot of support and friends who want to see me go far. I ended up, going into comedy a little bit more, and then here we are, like 3 years later, or some shit, in New York. So I think my life is going the way I planned, or it's so far it's been fun with comedy. And that was the beginning of my comedy career. I just like have other thoughts too about how like if we're like thinking about our high school times, if we were to like walk into our high school cafeteria and then like divvy it up by social media, I was just thinking that like if you were to go back and like just humor me, like if you were to go back to your high school cafeteria, couldn't you see that each table like could be like a Facebook table or an Instagram table or a what do you call it, Reddit? So I just imagine like you sit down at the Reddit table, for example, and you're just like, yeah, this is a good table, this is good, and you're like about to, you know, really dig into your peanut butter and pickle sandwich, and then like the nerdy kid who's got like serious chops, but he's like Nazi grammar, like he's like coming at you like with like the punctuation, and like he's correcting your sentences and the syntax, for Christ's sakes, and you're just trying to like sit down and eat your peanut butter and pickle sandwich, and then he begins to like tell you about the crime against humanity it is that you're eating peanut butter with with that acid, hydrochloric acid, or he's like, there's a crime against humanity when you eat this type of peanut butter, and it's in Skippy and it's in Jif. It's really shitty for you. I forget the name of it exactly. Hydrochloric, something acid. It's really shitty for you, and that's what it's like to sit down at the Reddit table. And then you go over to the Facebook table and you sit there, and as soon as you sit down, you lose your appetite because your toxic best friend is eating a salad as big as your face. And then you decide you poke her and you leave, and that's the Facebook table. You go over and sit down at the Instagram table and you think, okay, this is going to be it. This is going to be like actually a good lunchtime. But then for some reason, everybody at the table is like waiting till they get their blue verification check marks in order to dig into their meals. And so I guess I had a couple of thoughts recently about, like what it means to be in a relationship, and, I've been thinking about my best friends too, and like those friendships. But we can start with, I recently had a dream about my best friend, and she and I were just like hanging out, and she's my best friend from high school. But, she and I were hanging out and smoking cannabis in the dream. we were literally catching up, and I don't know if you ever have like a really close best friend, but you don't even need to like communicate with them in order to like hang out with them. And so I definitely just like hung out with her in a dream state, and it has nothing to do with the joke. I just recently like hung out with her though via the dream state. So we're very much still in each other's lives, but best friends love to, like, long story short, best friends love to, push each other's buttons. Very much so. And basically, we used to hang out at this one coffee shop in our hometown together called Archives, and it's half bar, half coffee shop. And I'd get there around, like, 4 or so, and then I'd order like a coffee and then wait for the bar to open, and then that would be like the first drink of the night. And I remember texting her, and I was like, "Hey, are you coming? I'm waiting here for you." And like the thing about girlfriends is like we love each other to death, and we'll do anything for each other. We'll even like blow off our boyfriends to come hang out with like our best friends, and it's like not even like a thing. And like this is just how much we love our best friends. But at other times, they really test our patience. And so my best friend particularly, she loves to and it's a good thing, she loves to take her time putting on her mascara, and it looks really, really good, so she should. But this is like years ago, like I was 19, she's probably like 19 or so too, and she's getting ready to come meet me at the bar. But then it's like I'm at the point where I'm waiting here so long, I started to sing, "Hello, I've waited here for you ever long." To the point where I was like, I'm out of drinks, I'm out of patience. My best friend is pushing me to the point where I'm now singing Dave Grohl at the bar by myself, and I'm not wearing Liberty Spikes or a leather jacket. So, I love my best friend so much. What would we do without our really good friends in life? They make up for all the other pain that we like kind of have to suffer through. Like, I don't know, for example, I dated this one guy for a little bit. It was cool. It was fun. It wasn't even like anything, but it was everything. You know what I'm saying? And he was like the totally tool, like, stereotypical jock. Like, but like, good looking, but like, athletic, and like, basically my point is all the girls wanted him. And he's always gonna be like that guy who's like, like a beef patty, like a beefcake, like just go for it, dude. Like you looking good, you should get as much pee as you want, pussy as you want. You know what I'm saying? Can I say that on YouTube? I just did. So I was like, cool, this is fun. I'm definitely gonna marry this guy. This guy is hot, and I'm feeling hot, and I think we could have hot sex together. And then, I really cherished what he told me while we were dating for a little bit. And sometimes when I'm dating other people, I feel like they don't see everything all the way. They don't see my soul. They don't see the character. They don't see the goddamn chest hair that I've grown that nobody knows is there, but it's there. And the wrinkles that are underneath my eyes. There's more to me than just, and I feel like, but for some reason, something about him, he saw me. And he told me, I like the way you move. Like, I see you move through the world, and I like the way you move. That's so nice. It's so nice to be seen. That's so nice. Oh, I can't believe you told me that. And then that kind of lost its sentiment after I found out that he had completely slept with my twin sister and liked the way that she tasted better. The last story I have for you is about another relationship. This was like a guy from years ago, literally ancient. And yes, the secrets are being exposed. They are, they are. This particular fella, he always said, I love you so much, and nobody's ever going to love you as much as I love you. Nobody's ever going to love you as much as I love you. And I was like, wow, maybe this guy's onto something. He does kind of play video games all day and make really good pizza and bagels. Maybe he's onto something here. I really cherished that, and I really believed that he loved me more than anybody else could ever love me. Until one day, he hit me so hard in the face, I saw stars, and I'd never been hit in the face by anybody harder in my entire life. So you could say I saw stars in more ways than just one. Thank you so much, New York. My name's Kimberly Poncé.